all the time, I see business owners who are constantly busy, their days are full, their calendars are packed, but they're still not seeing meaningful progress in their business. They're just not moving forward. They're stuck. They're spinning their wheels. And the truth is, the problem isn't their effort. It's that most of their time is going towards work that feels productive instead of work that actually pushes their business or moves the needle, right? Moves the dial. If you don't know me, my name is Bernard. I've been in business for over 23 years, and over the last decade, we've generated more than $150 million in sales in our own businesses, plus many, many millions more for our coaching clients. In this video, I'm gonna share the exact time management methods that stopped me from procrastinating in my early years of business. Okay, things that I wish I knew 23 years ago, and help me to actually get things done, to push through, especially on the days when I didn't feel like it, right? First method I want to teach you is that the ABC 1, 2, 3. Now bear with me if you've heard this before. If you have heard it before and you're not practicing it, it begs the question, why don't you use it? It's so powerful. So you effectively means you make an action list every day in your planner of all the things you got to get done, right? So you make a list and then you go through it and you prioritize. So you go, oh, that's an A, that's an A, I think that's an A, and you don't really want to have more than 3 A's. If you do, you've got other problems. We can talk about that in another video. Then we got a B and a B, a B and maybe a C, maybe another C here. I forgot about that. Or, as the day goes on, we write in another task. Oh, okay, actually that's a C, forget it. Not gonna get to that today. Now, how do you determine A's, B's, and C's? Okay, A meets commitments, it's urgent and important, okay? That's A. What's some examples for A? I'm gonna give you some examples. It's like, it's activity that delivers value today for the customer, right? And for the business. So it's like delivering to clients, fulfilling orders, solving customer problems, right? So those are a few things that go on the A list, right? And then the B list is doing the paperwork. So it's important but not urgent. So this is things like activity that's required to enable the business to operate, right? So it's accounting, forecasting, compliance, health and safety, right? That kind of stuff. And then C is investing in the future, okay? So important but not urgent. Really important to understand these definitions, right? It's all in here in the planner if you want it, and we'll let you know where to get one of these later if you want one. So that's like marketing, training, coaching, developing new products and services and things like that. So then you go, right, A's, they have to be done, right? In order for the business to operate. So you go, that's A1. If nothing else happens today, I've got to get this thing done, right? That's A1. A2, and you go, that's A2. That's the second most important. That's A3. Okay, then we're gonna go B1, B2, B3. Takes you a few minutes to work this out, but those minutes you put into this planning is gonna buy back so much time in your day. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, absolutely crazy. We get reports from people using the system saying that they're buying back like 3-4 hours in their day, just by using ABC 1, 2, 3, even without the rest of the planning structure. It's absolutely critical. And then you go C1, C2, C3. Now, this is all good stuff, but it leads me to the next point, which is just as important, because now what do we do with this? What do we do with these priorities? Yes, we can go through and we tick them off. That's great as we go. That's awesome. But I'm gonna lock this in even tighter for you, give you even more value. Then we go to time blocking, okay? So we go into our planner or our calendar, whatever system you use to measure your time. I'm gonna give you an example of what ours looks like, okay? You've got right from 5 a.m. in the morning, right till 9 o'clock at night. And you actually block in, I'll try and show that to you there. You block in the time. So you've got in your diary or your planner, you've got say 7 a.m., 8, 9, 10 hours in 15-minute increments. So you can plan some really small time blocks. So you go like your morning routine is from here to here, maybe. You've got sales calls from here to here. But this is where you put those things in, right? So you go, that's where your A1 goes, your A2 and your A3. And then your B1 might take 2 hours. So that's B1, whatever that task was. So you're actually taking the information from your ABC 1, 2, 3, right? From your list, and you're putting it into your calendar, blocking it in, time blocking. Most people don't do this. Most people don't do this, right? It's probably maybe 1% of business owners, maybe 2%. Sure, they put in appointments in their calendar, like an appointment with a client, blah, blah. These are appointments with yourself all day long. So your whole day is fully blocked out, and right to your family time as well. So personally for me, I do right from my morning routine at 5 a.m. right through to my working day, and then all this, all the family time and all that stuff too. I do it right till 9 o'clock at night, because I know how much more time this gives me, more quality time, more value-added time with, with family, in the business, all these things that are very, very important, okay? So use time blocking. Please use time blocking. It will change your life for sure. There is just no, there's no second guessing. You can go on our website, you can go on our testimonials, you can go on our Google reviews. You'll see hundreds of people sharing, sharing these, what this has done for them, time blocking, what the Ultimate Life Planner has done for them. But just using this system is absolutely unbelievable. Now, here's the next thing that'll put you truly in the 1%, right? So we've gone from ABC 1, 2, 3. Just with that, we've probably improved your productivity by 10 to 20%. Time blocking is going to give you another 10 to 20%. Now, here's the kicker, which is, so this is your plan for the day. And we all know, the plans go off the rails. Things come in and I know what you're going to say. My role is very reactive. The phone keeps ringing, all of that stuff. Okay, so here's where you track your actual. So you have another column, right? And you track where your time actually went. So that was doing this. Oh, there was a phone call came in and I had to deal with this customer problem. It took me 2 hours. That's what happened, right? And then as you go, but here's the beauty of it. When something comes in, throws you off track, you go straight back to your plan. What was the last thing on your plan? Even if it was 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, it's still your A1 or your A2 or your A3. You must get those things done. And this is where most businesses fail and business owners fail and salespeople fail because they don't have a plan to fall back on when the day goes off the rails. It's crazy, right? You can see the power of this. Hopefully you can see it already in your mind. You can see how this works. It is so, so powerful. But then by recording your actual, you can look back on the day and you can get 1% better every single day at planning because you've seen where your actual time is going. This is really, really game-changing, life-changing stuff, right? We all have 24 hours in a day, right? The most successful people in the world, however you measure success, whether it's family time, whether it's money, whether it's health, whatever it might be, they all have 24 hours in the day, right? It's how they use it that makes all the difference, right? And a lot of people I meet have very small goals and very limited thinking, which is sad because you've got these limiting beliefs. You need to strip them off and try these things. You start trying this and suddenly all this 24 hours in a day or the time you've got that you're awake, right? It might be, I don't know, whatever time you're awake, 16 hours. You can put it in, you can absolutely leverage it and you'll buy back time. And it means at the end of the day, even if the whole day, you end up getting stuck in the whirlwind and stuck in the chaos and all those common things that happen in a business, if it all goes off the rails, at least you get your A1 done, right? You got your A1, whatever task that was, you got it done. And you maybe got your A2 and your A3 done. You didn't get your B's or your C's done, but you got the most important things done, the big rocks, if you like. This is where so many people, they get off the rails, then they procrastinate, then they spin their wheels. What do I do next? Then they jump into some low value task like, clearing emails instead, their inbox, if that, or just doing something easy because they feel like their day has just gone off the rails. And then tomorrow, their workload gets bigger and the next day it gets bigger and everything just gets out of control. And you spend your life feeling so out of control. I know the feeling. I used to spend hours in my landscaping business just looking at the design board, looking at the quotes, looking at all the things I needed to do. Didn't know where to start, didn't know where, and I'd get to the end of a day and I'd probably be 10% effective or 20% effective. That's terrible. That is terrible. Then someone showed me this course. I invested money I didn't have in this course, went to it, learned about ABC 1, 2, 3, learned about time blocking, learned about recording your actual, but it completely changed my business and it changed my life. I started to get a lot done every day. Now here's another powerful, powerful secret. This is called planning the next day before leaving work, okay? Now, how many of you have tried this? You might have tried it once, you might have tried it twice and then given up. Do it every single day, including the weekends, 365 days of the year. In our business gym program, which is our high performance coaching program, we get members in there feeding back saying, hey, I didn't use my planner today, the day was awful. Or others saying, I used my planner on the weekend and I just had the best weekend ever. Just do this stuff. For the love of all things good, do this stuff. It's going to change your life for the better, right? So plan the next day before leaving work, okay? Now this, again, is a massive secret. It's a superpower because there's lots of benefits. I'm gonna give you a few. One of the benefits is that you leave work, you've got a clear plan for tomorrow, even if today went to custard, and if it went down the drain, whatever. You know at least you got some of the important things done because you used the system, and tomorrow you put an arrow on all those things. Here's your action list, right? And then there's the things you ticked off. You ticked off that, and then that's the thing you still need to do tomorrow. You put an arrow there, tick there, arrow there, blah, 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 right? And then you plan tomorrow. So you transfer some stuff to your action list, and there might be a bunch of new actions as well. But you go home from work with certainty and confidence for tomorrow, instead of feeling like drowning in 1,000 things. Seriously, this is a game changer. This is a life changer. And if you don't try it, you are totally missing out. And here's the sad thing I know, with the tragic thing, is that I know probably only 1%, maybe less than 1% of people that watch this video will actually do this thing. That's just statistics, right? I want you to be in the 1%. Please, someone that's watching this right now, you can be in the 1%. So just do the thing. Plan the day before leaving work. Now, the next thing is you wake up and you can sleep better, right? Because you've planned the whole day. You know you have a plan, right? So you sleep better. That's another one. Go to bed early, wake up early, you've got a plan. When you wake up, even if you have a crappy night or you wake up in a bad mood or you're down or depressed or things are going really tough, you've got a plan. You can get up and follow the plan. As soon as you start following the plan, you have momentum. As soon as you get a little bit of momentum, you get a little win in the day. It might be a new sale, a new quote, a new something. You get a win, and then a little win leads to the next win, and you build more momentum. And can you see how this goes? So it just becomes a really positive loop, right? So there's no procrastinating, no faffing about, no spinning your wheels, no wasting your time at the start of the day. You just get up and go do it. The next one is planning the week. Now take 30 minutes, invest. It's not spent, invest 20 to 30 minutes on Saturday or Sunday and a quiet time when the kids are still asleep or whatever happens in your household, and plan the whole week ahead. So at the end of the week on Sunday, you can actually review what went well, what didn't go well, and if not, why not? What a list of things to keep doing, stop doing, start doing. This is in terms of your time management, your planning, all those things. And so you can get better for the week ahead. So you get 1% better every day because you're using your actual, but you can get like 1 or even 2% better at planning the week ahead. You're getting better and better and better. And so you block out all your appointments with your clients and your team and all those things, all those meetings. And then you start blocking in all the important things like 1 hour of cold calling every day to call your customers and fill your funnel, 1 hour of improvement time to work on improvements in the business. So you're setting all these important appointments every day. Let's say, each day you set 3 really key appointments, sales time, improvement time, and culture building time maybe, which is where you go around having conversations with people, building culture, improving and strengthening your culture, right? And you put it all in as appointments. Otherwise you get to the end of the week and you haven't done any of those things. And you get to Friday, I haven't called any customers. Hey, yeah, no surprises because you didn't plan your bleeping week, right? Now, you're not going to block out probably everything in the week. You might block out 50% or 80%. And that's where, so at least you've got a really good structure and the key things are going to get done. But when you plan the next day before leaving work, that's when you fill in the gaps. If there's any gaps left in your week plan, your daily planning exercise fills in those gaps. So you wake up in the morning and 99% of your day is full. Now you're saying, well, where's the time for fun and creativity? In your planner, right? If you have creative, I'm a big fan of acronyms. So CT, creative time, time with the kids, KT, kid time. And here's a secret. If you're deliberate about everything you do, you will live a much better life. Look around you. If you look at the most healthy, happy, successful people, they plan more. They block out time. They use these techniques, right? They build these healthy habits because you are a result of what you do daily, not weekly, right? You can't go to the gym once a week and hope to build a great physique. You can't eat healthy once a week and hope to be healthy, right? You can't do an hour of phone calling to your customers and hope to build a flourishing business. It's just not going to happen once a week. It has to be every day. Do the same thing for the month. The more you can plan out ahead, the more committed, you've already got a committed plan. Yes, things go off the rails, but a plan gives you something to fall back on, a framework. And it gives you certainty and clarity for the week ahead, for the month ahead. Now, I even plan the year ahead. And so I train our clients to do as many of them as I can to do that as well. Because if you plan out all the important events for the year ahead, how cool is that, right? You're going to have a really good year. You're living deliberately. You're going to make sure that, the kids' birthdays, you're going to do something special with them. Your wife's birthday, your husband's birthday, whatever, you're going to do something special. All the important dates, right? You're going to do something special. You're going to create these little memories, which are what life is all about, right? If this video resonated with you, here's a really important thing for you to understand. Knowing these methods is really helpful, but the real change happens when you actually implement them consistently. So that's exactly why I put, our 23 years of experience packed into the Ultimate Life Planner. And I'd love for you to have one. We'll put a link in the comments below and in the description so that you can actually get your hands on one of these. They will blow your mind. It's full of frameworks in the front, like the 9 powerful life principles to live by, the 5 power questions to ask yourself every week to give you absolute clarity, your personal and business vision and purpose, the 5F framework, which is, again, so powerful, and then the full training system on how to use ABC 1, 2, 3, how to do time blocking, how to plan tomorrow before you leave today, taming the paperwork and the email monster. There's just so much value in here. It's insane. And then a page per day with all of those things we talked about. We also support this system with lots of training in our business gym program. So if you want to join one of our programs, we'll put the link below or in the description as well, so you can check that out. And the amount of positive feedback we receive every year, every month, every week, every day, in fact, is just insane. So we'd love you to be our next success story. We'd be honored to serve you at the highest level. That's what we love to do. So some really powerful training for almost any business size, but especially for small business owners. The business gym program is high impact coaching for fast results. Like, we just want you to compress time. And in just 10 to 20 minutes a day, literally, that's all it takes. You can build out an incredible system. All the systems you need, the 10 key systems you need to grow your business into something that you can sell, an asset that is worth a lot of money that you can sell, right? And we teach you the skills that you can go and apply them, buy another business and do it all over again. That's it for now. Check the links in the description and start taking real action. Thanks for watching this video. And if you loved it or some of it resonated with you or any of it, pop some comments below, share it with friends or family or people that need to see this and that would really benefit them. We would really appreciate it. Thanks again and have a fantastic day. Chat soon.